Beyonce just gave me one of those looks, and he said, "That Rihanna girl, she's a beast." And she looked away, right? And I was like, so I did a Rihanna double take.
This happened to me. I didn't cause this. I didn't do it. This happened to me, and it can happen to...
I said just gave me one of those looks. And he said, "That Rihanna girl, she's a beast." And she looked away, right? And I was like, so I did a Rihanna double take. This happened to me, I didn't cause this, I didn't do it. This happened to me, and it can happen to Beyoncé, and Rihanna might shine like royalty in the music game, but behind the flash and fame, there's a quiet storm brewing. Whispers say Rihanna thinks Beyoncé's been secretly jealous of her, even going as far as trying to block her bag and mess with her career moves. The wild part, nobody really knows how this beef started, but many think it traces back to those old rumors about Rihanna and Jay-Z. It's messy, mysterious, and way deeper than people realize. So, let's unpack all this drama and find out what's really going down between these two queens. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next. I saw, her beauty and how beautiful she was. And then I listened to her music and I loved her music. She's incredibly talented. I think she's what every female artist should strive to be on. She wrote me this cute little letter and she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. When I first met her and she wrote, she was telling me just let loose when you perform and just have fun. And at 19 years old, there's a #1 single and featuring Jay-Z. It's just I can't fathom it sometimes. It's just too much for me. Before anyone starts asking why Beyoncé might be jealous of Rihanna, let's keep it real. Rihanna's one of the only women in the game who can actually match her level of fame and power. Even without dropping an album in years, she's still dominating through her businesses and moves outside of music. That kind of unstoppable energy, it's hard to ignore. Rihanna hasn't hung up the mic either. She's made it clear she's not retiring anytime soon. And when she lit up the Super Bowl stage, she reminded the whole world who runs it. Her halftime show pulled in more viewers in the actual game, proving her influence is untouchable. Every time she disappears from music, the hype around her comeback only gets louder. So imagine the pressure that puts on Beyoncé, another queen watching a rival rule the spotlight without even trying. It's no wonder people say the tension between them runs deep. The collaboration with him it's just one of those things that everyone dreams to do in their musical career. The ties between Beyoncé, Rihanna and Jay-Z go way back. All the way to Rihanna's come-up days when Jay-Z signed her to Def Jam. He was so convinced of her star power that he literally kept her in his office until the early morning hours just to make sure she signed that deal. That's how bad he wanted her on the team, but the label wasn't short on talent. Back then, Tiara Marie was being pushed as Def Jam's next big thing. She was the golden girl front and center at the 2005 World Music Awards, where she performed alongside Rihanna and another rising artist. It was clear who the label was betting on when Tiara snagged the lead part in a Destiny's Child cover. The same part that once belonged to Beyoncé. Talk about a statement. Even with her own thing going on with Jay-Z, Beyoncé could see that Rihanna had it. Using her star status, she reportedly urged the label to shift their focus toward Rihanna instead. And guess what? That move changed everything. After that event, Beyoncé made sure to speak directly with the big execs, including L.A. Reid, pushing them to pour more into Rihanna's career. That single decision helped launch Rihanna straight towards superstardom and might have set the stage for the quiet tension that followed. How you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about that's how hateful you guys are. How you step on anybody to stay on the top. There's no denying it. Both Beyoncé and Jay-Z were major forces behind Rihanna's rise to the top. Her first Grammy win with Jay-Z proved just how powerful their partnership was. Rihanna always showed love and gratitude for the opportunities they gave her. Knowing those early cosigns opened huge doors for her career, but that picture-perfect trio didn't stay so smooth for long. Over time, things started to shift, and insiders claimed the vibe got tense. Word on the street was that Beyoncé started feeling a little uneasy about Rihanna's fast climb. Whispers even claimed she tried to slow down her momentum behind the scenes. And then came the wildest rumors of all. Talk of a secret affair between Jay-Z and Rihanna. The gossip got so loud that people swore there were secret meetups and private link-ups going down. It became one of the most talked-about scandals in the industry, throwing shade over their once solid relationships. Wakes up every morning. It was the Beyoncé that was angry. It was the Beyoncé that felt the need to defend herself. That whole situation was straight-up messy. Jay-Z's history of stepping out wasn't exactly shocking, but those whispers about him and Rihanna took things to a whole new level. The alleged affair stirred chaos in the industry, and fans couldn't stop talking about it. Rihanna, though, shut it all down. She stood firm, saying her bond with Jay-Z was nothing more than business. He was her mentor, not her man. But here's where it got even crazier. Her own publicist later admitted that the entire rumor was made up as a publicity stunt to get Rihanna's name buzzing. Can you imagine that confession raised eyebrows everywhere? Publicists are supposed to shape an artist's image, but faking drama like that blurred all kinds of lines. The whole scandal left Rihanna's reputation bruised and made everyone question how far the industry would go to grab headlines. Even after the truth came out, the damage had already been done. And that cloud of rumors still followed her for years. And so has she given you any kind of advice or yeah, she actually wrote me this cute little letter, and she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. After that publicist's shocking confession, the tension between Beyoncé and Rihanna reportedly got even worse. Sources say Beyoncé never fully believed the story was fake, and that doubt made things between them icy. Rumors started flying that Beyoncé, feeling threatened by Rihanna's rising power, might have pulled some strings behind the scenes to slow her down. Even though Beyoncé's praised as the queen of the industry, whispers have followed her for years, claims that she's used her influence to quietly blacklist women she saw as competition. Some insiders even mentioned that her own bodyguard once spilled details about a supposed plot between Beyoncé and Jay-Z to sabotage another artist, Carrie Hilson, over something small. Now, while none of this has ever been fully proven, it paints a messy picture of how deep the power games in the music world really go. Fame, loyalty, and rivalry. It's a dangerous mix that shows just how cutthroat things can get at the top. In you and look in the mirror and say, bow down. And I guarantee you feel gangster. The accusations against Beyoncé don't stop with Rihanna. People say she's pulled similar moves on other women in the game too. Word is she allegedly tried to keep Normani from rising too fast, so her own protégé, K.H. Lowe Bailey, could shine harder in the spotlight. Fans online have been side-eyeing that dynamic for a while, saying Beyoncé's track record with female competition looks a little too calculated. And get this, when Rihanna's Anti album mysteriously leaked on Tidal, the platform owned by Jay-Z just days before its official drop, people went wild with theories. Some even claimed Beyoncé might have had a hand in it to take away Rihanna's shine before dropping her own monster single, Lemonade. If true, that's some serious behind-the-scenes chess. Insiders say things between them got so bad that their teams had to plan around each other just to keep the peace. The tension hit a whole new level when Beyoncé released Bow Down, which many fans thought was a straight-up diss track aimed at Rihanna. Even after Beyoncé tried to explain it, the song only made the feud buzz louder and people couldn't stop talking about who she was really throwing shade at. Bow Down is because I woke up. I went into the studio. I had a chant in my head. It was aggressive. It was angry. It wasn't the Beyoncé that wakes up every morning. It was the Beyoncé that was angry. It was the Beyoncé that felt the need to defend herself. And if this song never comes out, okay, I said it and I listened to it after I finished and I said, this is hot. Song Bow Down, people are talking about it. Opinion is opinion, I think art should be expressed. The drama between Beyoncé and Rihanna didn't cool off, got even spicier. Rihanna clapped back with what many saw as a bold subliminal shot straight at Beyoncé. She dropped a line that had everyone talking. I only know how to be number one, I could use a challenge. How'd that feel down there on your knees? That was pure fire and made it crystal clear she wasn't about to let anyone play with her name. But then came a shocking twist. The producers, Rock City, exposed that Beyoncé's story about writing Bow Down out of anger and pain wasn't true. They spilled that they actually wrote the song. And get this, it was originally meant for Rihanna. Rihanna turned it down and Beyoncé ended up taking it instead. That bombshell flipped the whole narrative, adding another juicy layer to this feud. It showed just how messy things behind the scenes can get when two powerhouse queens are fighting for the crown. I ma put it out, I'm not going to sell it. I ma just put it out, people like it. Great, they don't, I never met Beyoncé. Both songs that we did for Beyoncé, the one song I did for Beyoncé I did with Polo 4.